Nucleus. Elements, including carbon, and that is based on a cube being at the center of each element. Here's a cube from carbon right here. You can see the green protons and the white neutrons. They're at the center of carbon. There's two green protons, just like there's two electrons at the center of an atom in the S shell. So a bigger model is here also. Now, if I go to different color coding, we'll see that we have the bigger orange neutrons and the white protons. And, of course, carbon has 6 white protons, and they're in 2 lines. Notice that 3 of the white protons form one line in a triangle, and 3 of the other protons form a second triangle. The structure of the carbon nucleus has a cube at the center and 4 white protons around the edges there. Notice how the white protons make a line that forms a 135-degree angle, and the neutrons form a line that makes a 90-degree angle. So actually you could describe this also as being just little strings of protons and strings of neutrons at 90 degrees. And you could assemble this ordinary carbon from these little lines. In fact, this is a new law of physics, that protons form lines of protons. So I'm going to assemble this here out of these lines, and there it is, carbon. Of course, it has to get glued together. But iron also has an interesting background. It has a cube at the center also. And it forms by putting a lot of 6 little pyramids made of lithium-5 onto there. Here's lithium-6. But lithium-5 then would form a little pyramid and fit onto these cubes. I'll show you how. So those 3 points there form the North Pole, and the 3 points form the South Pole on the other side, if you turn it over. So that when you get to the atom also, you'll see later in my lecture that the atom forms a little triangle because the nucleus has this little triangle for the North Pole and one for the South Pole. Now, also, there's small models here. You can compare the carbon with neon and oxygen here. So there's neon and oxygen, just like in the other reference I'm going to show later. Neon has this shape here. And then also you can see the bigger elements. Barium is a pear-shaped nucleus, and platinum is a catalyst because of the hook and the axis and the ring. So it's the archetypical catalyst. Carbon has 2 lines of protons, and they form 2 planes. These 2 planes are parallel to each other of protons. That's why graphite has planar crystals. Also, carbon makes flexible chains of molecules because on one end, there's 2 ends here. These 2 white ends bond to one atom, and down the other side, 2 other ends of here bonds to a different kind of atom, and there's no other protons to interfere, so it is flexible.